Okay, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order at 6:30.
Yeah, shade. No.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from February 11th, 2020.
So moved.
Second?
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes as written for February 11th, 2020, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? I officially will abstain. Motion passes. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
I would like to add posting of roads for mud season.
Okay, anything else? Alrighty, then moving on to the warrants.
Make a motion to pay check warrant number 1, payroll, in the amount of $11,780.85.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying payroll warrant number 1 in the amount of $11,780.85 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to pay check warrant number 2, payroll tax, in the amount of $5,431.14.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying payroll tax warrant number 2 in the amount of $5,431.14 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to pay check warrant number 3 out of the general fund, in the amount of $1,806.79.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying general fund warrant number 3 in the amount of $1,806.79 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to pay check warrant number 4 out of the general fund, in the amount of $102.95.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying general fund warrant number 4 in the amount of $102.95 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to pay check warrant number 5 out of the general fund, in the amount of $9,367.34.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying general fund warrant number 5 in the amount of $9,367.34 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to pay check warrant number 6 out of the highway fund, in the amount of $1,969.36.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah, that had the UniFirst on it, right?
Correct.
To buy out a contract. Do we know, we don't actually have a outstanding receivables, do we? As far as we know.
What do you mean outstanding
If
receivables?
Elaine is paid up to date, there is no outstanding.
Okay.
Because
Right, so they're
when
trying to
they-
charge us to buy out a contract.
That's correct.
And add on stuff that they think is delinquent.
No, I don't think there's any delinquency in it. According to the invoice, it was just the contract buyout. When you look at the last,
Is it the last one? Yeah, past due receivables is $350.
oh, I didn't catch that.
And they're not returning our calls.
See, according to Elaine, that's not true. She is
She's paid up,
She
yeah.
is paid
Right.
up. That's what the whole beef has been about from the get-go.
Right.
With this.
Is their accounting.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, so I think we need to contact them and tell them that we're not.
Okay, so somebody, would you like to amend the
Yeah.
motion, or do you want to vote it and then amend it after? How do you want to do that?
Actually, you can amend it. Right.
You seconded it. You,
Right.
Rob made the motion.
I
Right,
can
so-
amend my motion, can I?
Yeah, I think so.
Or you can accept a friendly amendment to the motion from $1,969.36 to $74.35.
I would take on a friendly amendment to amend this motion, number 6 in the highway department, to $74.35.
There's
So
a-
moved.
oh.
Second.
Second, okay. Now, is there any further discussion on that? Wait, don't put it away quite yet. Okay, so with 2 steps. Carla, this is gonna be tricky. So all those in favor of amending the motion for highway warrant number 6 to the amount of $74.35.
34.
$74.35, right?
That's what it says here. Did somebody do the math wrong?
I don't think so.
No, even if you're looking at,
No, because there's your penny.
yeah, I guess it would be 34.
Yeah, it looks like it would be 34.
Steve, you're up spot on tonight.
Smarty.
Okay, so it would be,
Do I have to amend that motion now?
no, that penny's not that important. So it should be $74.34.
My budget.
Okay, yeah, that's true, what's your
Yeah.
penny, huh? Okay, so all those in favor of amending the warrant to pay highway warrant number 6 to the amount of $74.34. I didn't write it down so I don't forget it. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. All those in favor of approving highway warrant number 6 in the amount of $74.34 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. Now you can turn it over.
Sure.
Yeah. I won't stop you this time. Okay.
Make a motion to pay check warrant number 7, highway fund, the amount of $5,590.02.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of paying highway warrant number 7 in the amount of $5,590.02 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to pay check warrant number 8 out of the equipment fund, the amount of $4,213.80.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of paying equipment warrant number 8 in the amount of $4,213.80 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. So, Carla, tomorrow when Elaine comes in to do those bills, you're going to want to let her know that we amended that and took out the UniFirst bill, and that we have questions about the outstanding balance, which she's well aware of. And until we get some answers, we're not going to pay out the contract. Okay? So, then moving on. So the highway report, you want to start with the posting?
Sure. The highway department will be posting roads this mud season. The town will have to adopt Rule 118-4, stating that we will be doing that. It needs to be posted in 2 public places. The roads will be posted as they have in the past, as well as Vermont's DMV Town Highway and Bridge Weight Restrictions website will also have the listing and restrictions for any bridges or roads that have weight restrictions to them.
Okay, so would someone like to make a motion to adopt DMV Rule 118-4?
I would move to adopt DMV Rule 118-4 for our town and highway department and roads.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Quick question about when you take and post on the road on February 25th, say we get into a situation where it freezes back up for a couple of weeks or a month or whatever it turns out.
I have the ability to make changes to the website.
So basically they can get a hold of you and get a permission.
Correct.
Okay, any other discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving DMV Rule 118-4 concerning posting the roads during mud season signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The motion passes. So did you have anything else in the way of a report, Steve?
The grader has been out both yesterday and today pushing back snowbanks in anticipation of the next storm. And also Monday and today we were on pothole repair.
And mud
Where?
pothole.
repair.
Okay, any questions, comments? Okay, then moving on, there was no counter money this week because we're in the, where are we?
No, if we-
We're in the beginning, yeah, we're in the off season. So the next one would be the treasurer.
The sweep account, $1,181,433.80. Your checking account, $29,431.06.
Okay, any questions? No? there evidently was no correspondence over the last 2 weeks. So then we'll move on down to the members of the public. And Mr. Daigneault, you've asked to speak?
Yes. A week and a half ago, you told the town clerk that you people appointed me tax collector.
That's correct.
But she can't, and I can't find where you did that, so I'd please like a copy of your minutes of that meeting.
No, that's not the way it works. The way it works is the tax collector is no longer an elected position. All right, we don't elect it from the floor at town meeting. By statute, the legislature has defined the people who can be the tax collector. Those people are only the treasurer, the constable, or a town manager if the town has a town manager. We do not have a town manager. We did not appoint the constable, so by default, it becomes the treasurer's responsibility. That's written in statute. That's according to Garrett Baxter at VLCT.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna keep doing it for nothing.
I'm confused.
Well, have you ever collected taxes in here?
I worked for Mickey for a while, yeah.
I've been keeping my time. And I have between 35 and a half hours when we just started, weren't doing nothing. But I've been up as high as 64 hours a month. And I'm getting $192 every 2 weeks.
Okay,
So
but I'm not sure what you're asking for.
I would think you should be able to pay the minimum wage.
Again, your term as tax collector follows the treasurer's position. And as of town meeting, that will go away.
Yes, I know that.
The tax collector would go away. So are you saying for the next week?
Well, my next question is, I'm confused. The letter you had Mr. Carroll write to the labor board,
Mm-hmm.
and that he had the fiscal year for me was July 1, 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and it ends June 30th, 2024. So when is my last day?
2024,
Yes,
2022?
it is, and I called the labor board to find out if he sent that letter, but they didn't tell me because they hadn't got to looking at the figures yet.
No, I'm
But
right.
I can show you that letter.
The Carol wrote.
Yeah,
We have a copy of it.
yeah, well, it should say 20 to 24, but I figured he might have caught it and rewrote it.
That I don't know. I didn't see.
Wait,
any date.
2024?
That's
For
what
what?
it says.
For what position?
That's my position. My fiscal year starts July 1st.
Yeah. So how does that get you the year 2024?
That's what he said in his letter. It ended June 30th, 2024.
I don't have a copy of the letter. That's the one that you filed. If you've got it, you can go get it.
I'll go get mine.
Well, we should have a copy because it's been living in my box.
And I even made a couple copies, so I have to spare.
But we don't elect treasurer or tax collector, we don't elect anymore for 5-year terms, 4-year terms.
Right, it's
So
an
how-
annual term.
Yeah, it's
An annual
term.
election. Yep.
I mean, you can look at the minutes from town report from last year. It's a 1-year election, 1-year term election.
Well, I'll have one here.
Okay, there is a typographical error here. It says, the treasurer's position for the year July 1, 2019 - June 30, 2024, 20204.
Oh, so he added a 4 onto the end of 2020.
Yep.
So it's a clear typo.
It's a clerical error unless we're in the year 20,204.
Oh, my back.
Yeah, my back
Yeah.
too. So, yes, but no, to answer the question, we elect the treasurer on an annual basis. The tax collector's job, unless the board were to choose to either appoint the constable or to hire a town manager, defaults to the treasurer. So therefore, the tax collector's job ends with the treasurer's job. So it follows that same cycle. Now, the budgetary time that he's referring to in here was, in fact, for the fiscal budget, the amount of money that was put into the fiscal budget to pay for the tax collector's position. And,
I see you
oh, that's
didn't
treasurer's.
overdo it.
huh?
You didn't overdo it.
Well,
No,
it was published, it was warned, it was there, and everybody knew it. So at this point in time, the treasurer's stipend was $2,342 that the voters approved, and there was a $5,000 collector's fee, tax collector's fee, that was included in the budget because that is not, in fact, an elected salary, it is in fact a budgetary item. So that was the amount that was put in, that were attached to those two positions.
But you were sneaky putting that in the budget because I was coming to them budget meetings and I had paperwork. I come in one night, Mr. Hunt didn't give me any paperwork, but I figured, well, run out. Next time I came in, no paperwork, so I said they don't want me, so I walked out and I didn't go back.
Anybody else want to jump in here, because
Well, I mean-
I'm not gonna have this discussion, I
Joe,
don't think
it
it's
was-
appropriate.
it was in the budget, in the town report for the warning for town meeting. You ran for the office. You're the treasurer. I would think that of all people, you would look at the numbers before you decided to run for office.
Just forget it.
Okay, well, and to answer the question, because I did speak to Elaine today about it as well, and after town meeting, if you choose to want to finish out the year, you would be paid at the casual labor rate for whatever hours you were asked to work as tax collector or as the assistant to the tax collector. So at this point in time, you know, whatever money you said something about you don't want to work for nothing, so I'm not really certain where you were going. But if you continued after town meeting, you would in fact be at the labor rate.
I'd like that in writing, please.
Why would it need to be in
Well, I
writing?
don't trust you.
Well, then that's fine.
Well, is it even possible? Can he collect taxes?
He can act
As
as
a-
an assistant.
as
I
an
used to
assistant.
work as an assistant to the treasurer. I used to collect taxes, and it's at the casual labor rate, which is defined in the town
Town
report.
report.
Yeah,
Okay.
up to the
Well,
whatever.
then in that case, it's up to the treasurer to hire the assistant.
Correct.
So it would be up to whoever is elected treasurer would make that decision, not us.
That's correct.
I've done that for years, since 2009.
So that's the answer. Yes, that was a typographical error right there. All right. So anything else?
No,
No? All right. Then moving on to the old business, evidently we all discussed sending potentially Carla and anybody else who was interested to the select board training on March 21st.
Yeah, I think you said up to 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that is expressing any interest in that? I know Carlos still is interested in going.
I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Anyone else interested? Okay, well, you don't forget to meet your deadline whenever that is. Under new business, did you discuss the issue in the water? At the
No,
last
we did
meeting?
not.
Okay. I haven't heard any resolution because I've been out, but, was there any, so let's put it this way. Roughly 2 weeks ago, the town hall was notified that the high school did in fact fail their lead test for the water. And they weren't certain whether it was in the pipes at the school, whether it was in the well, the pipes leading from the well, etc. And they notified us that in fact there'd been an issue with the testing. So we had a discussion, and I had left that information with Will, that perhaps it would be wise if we tested the water here in the town hall, because we do share a well. We do share the holding tank with the high school. And that perhaps it would be in the best interest, since the building is rented, to have the water tested, just to find out whether or not the issue is on their side, or whether it is in fact part of the whole system that we need to have. So if somebody would want to make a motion to pursue trying to find somebody who can do the lead testing for the town hall water, I think that would be a fairly good idea.
I would move to pursue contacting a firm to test the water in the town hall for lead.
Okay.
Second.
Is there any further discussion on that? And again, this may have been resolved. I don't know what's happened at Leland and Gray in the last 2 weeks. This may have resolved, but I don't know.
No news is good news.
That's probably the truth.
Well, I just think that we're, you know.
But anyway, so all those in favor of pursuing having someone come out and do lead test for the water within the town hall, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. So you'll have to do some research on that, Carlo, just to find out who might be testing. The schools should be able to tell you who tested theirs. That would be
I
at
want to
least,
find somebody else.
yeah. But anyway, it'll at least give you a place to start. Alrighty, and then the next item on the agenda is something we alluded to last night, excuse me, with the law enforcement, and the fact that officially, I guess we, as a board, should invite the state police and or the sheriff to speak at town meeting to the public about what both officers and agencies have to offer the town in the way of resources or whatnot. So does somebody want to make a motion to officially invite the state police, Vermont State Police, and or the sheriff to come speak at town meeting?
I would move to invite the state police and the sheriff's department to come speak at town meeting regarding law enforcement.
Second.
Is there any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor of having Carla approach the state police and or the sheriff about speaking to the voters on town meeting day, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? The motion passes. Okay, so is there any need for an executive session? No, because I give my book away. All right, then the next meeting of the select board will be on March 10th. No, it's going to be on March 3rd, immediately following town meeting for a reorganization. And then the next regular meeting, assuming the date doesn't change, would be March 10th at 6:30 p.m. So if there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. So moved.
Second.
Then we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you.